welcome to a Swords of Legends Online video. In this video I'll be talking about the basics of PvP and how to start. The first thing you should be focusing on every single time when it comes down to it is the tutorial on what you haven't done, right? So doing the tactical PvP tutorial is going to get you all set up and understanding what the dailies are, the weeklies, and where you can get your level 50 equipment. That being said, let's go through the NPCs and then we'll go through the token system. First thing is, this is the NPC you'll be talking to get your level 50 PvP gear. The second thing you'll be doing is farming multiple dailies and weeklies. The first token that you'll be worrying about is the RIT token. This one here is going to get you your level 60 gear. You'll be able to get level 70 gear. And you'll be able to buy your level 60 accessories. The next token you'll be worrying about is called the Red Maple token. Here you'll be able to buy level 70 gear as well. That's a Red Maple seal, and that will be your third one. That will give you level 70 gear. Now, to be able to attain this gear set and getting to level 60, let alone level 70, there's two versions of PvP oriented ranking. The first one is going to be your character combat spirit ranking. This one is based on how much combat spirit you obtained during the week before reset of Thursday. So every Thursday it resets and you'll get a new calculation. It'll be added to your total amount of combat spirit reached, and your PvP ranking will be increased to the next level. So in my situation, I'll go from battle cry level 3 to battle cry in 56%. And if I get more combat spirit before Thursday, it'll go higher percentage and hopefully go past Battlecry. I do not know the PvP tier listing. If I do find it, I'll post a link below. The other ranking that you have to worry about is called the Garden of Blades. So this ranking is inside your PvP tab, and you'll have a solo queue ranking. So here is when I click on the level info here, I'll be able to see all the rankings that you can go up to, which being diamond is the highest. Once you reach gold 3, you have unlocked all level 70 gear that you can obtain from Garden of Blades. That being said, these are expensive and you need both. You can buy it with just Red Maple Seal, or you can buy it with Red Maple Seal and the WIT token. So you have two options again with that. So you can come here and say buy the same gear without those other tokens, or with the tokens. But in order to buy this gear, you have to be the correct league level, so silver, gold, and so on and so forth. Same thing goes for this, being the correct battle league of battle, not instead of the 3v3, but your character ranking, right, has to be the right percentage here. They show dragon tier. I believe it's actually something different. I'm not 100% positive if it's Dragon Thunder or what, or if there's another tier. Again, if I find the tier listing, I will post it. So that being said, let's go through the dailies. So the first thing you're going to do inside the daily is finding what PvP content you haven't done yet. You're going to have faction PvP. You're going to have 15 versus 15. You're going to have 10v10. And then you're going to have the NPC battle arena, which is usually pretty simple and it's a daily as well. The 15 versus 15 is like a point system, right? You're going to have different points on the map that you have to go and capture. And then more points you control, more points you get, things like that. It's pretty straightforward. The battle for the PvP in the faction is pretty simple. It's usually the easiest in my opinion. Essentially, a golem will spawn in the middle. You'll run into the circle. If you control the golem when it spawns, it follows your side. If it goes the other way, it follows their side. And essentially, as long as you're doing some type of damage or hurting something inside that circle, you're going to get a lot of points for doing it. More or less, it's pretty easy. Half the time, sometimes nobody's there and you can get it, kind of just walk in and grab it and come out. Sometimes there's a whole bunch of people there, so it's, it's a gamble, but you can usually get it done on the day. For that daily, it's not that bad, but it is laggy. So I really highly recommend hiding players, teammates, and probably enemies. I keep enemies on, but hiding players is very helpful. The other weeklies you're gonna be doing is the Garden of Blades, which is the 3v3. That's gonna give you combat spirits and things like that. So doing these weeklies and days are gonna reward you with the tokens that you require, along with the combat spirit you need to level up your character PvP ranking, right? So that's very important. So making sure you complete all the dailies is one thing. The second thing about this is that you'll be able to actually do all the PvP events and dungeon, all the PvP that's available always rewards you with combat spirit. Whether you lose or win, you'll be able to get rewarded using combat spirits, right? So it's definitely worth doing, and you can spam this as much as possible. Same thing with going into faction PvP. As long as you kill or assist somebody in a death, you will get 1 or 2 combat spirits and 1 or 2 writ tokens as well. So it's very helpful to do that as well. The last one that's very helpful is the land of emerald clouds. But for this one, you actually need 5 members, right? You can't just matchmake into this, so you do require to have a team of 5, and then you can go into team matchmaking. And it's a simple rules: last team standing wins, and that's going to give you some more rewards and victory points, combat spirit, things like that. So it's definitely worth doing all of this. You'll be rewarded a crystal, and it's going to give you a fortune level. So when you open this crystal, you'll get something similar to what I got, and that's going to be like my trouser. I got unlucky. I got +1 quality. This thing can open up to a +3 quality based on your fortune level. So in this situation, I got +1. So with that being said, I want to give you some video footage of PvP from 3v3 to the Battle of Continents to being the capture flag and the fort as well, which is a 10v10 battle arena as well. And those kind of switch in and out based on which ones are open each and every day, right? So hopefully that gave you a quick rundown on the overview of PvP. That being said, the faction PvP is held in the Valley of Echoes of Blades, which is here. Most of the time you'll be PvPing in this little water spout, right? That's the middle section. You'll be doing all the PvP there, and you'll be moving the golems or doing anything you're doing more or less is gonna be right there. Now, when you enter that realm, the faction mode will turn on. You can turn your faction mode off once you leave that realm by going into your skill tab and going under general. The faction mode can only be used 1 time. That being said, if I use it to turn on my faction mode, I can't use it to turn it off. I have to wait for the 6 a.m. reset. So if I turn off my faction mode now, I won't be able to turn it back on. So that being said, you have to be very aware if you're not going to go back into faction PvP and you don't want to PvP in open world, you want to make sure your faction mode stays off and you don't enter back into it. Now that I use faction mode, my cooldown on it is pretty much 11 hours, right? So that is the downside of going into faction mode, coming out of faction mode, using a faction mode to get out of the faction PvP setup, and going back into that area will turn it on back on faction mode, and you won't be able to get out of it until reset. Just be aware of that. So that is the very fast overview on the PvP. It's pretty straightforward. Do your PvP, get rewards, unlock level 60 and level 70 gear with your rankings, right? Your PvP and your combat spirit. Get as much combat spirit as you can throughout the week. Just to give you a reference of how people are doing with some of the combat spirit. Like I'll show you, looking here, like for mysticism, you have somebody up to almost 18,000 points in just a week of time. Battle squad ranking, and then like even the heavy one that I'm not really sure what they're doing here, but they have almost 30,000 combat spirit for the first week, like for a week of farming. Yeah, that's just crazy. So that just gives you a showcase of what you can do. There's also a couple other things that includes the battle squad, which is like your PvP squad through 3v5. You can set up a whole squad that you can PvP. Same thing goes with here. So you can PvP, get points, and get rewarded for the system that way. So that wraps up the PvP tutorial. If you're interested in Swords of Legends Online, I am affiliated. Please use my link. It will support myself as a content creator and helps promote the game and getting more people involved in playing Swords of Legends Online. If this video helped you get started in PvP and showcased a little bit of understanding of what to do in the PvP, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. Leave a comment below for whatever you're interested in Swords of Legends Online, or if you're interested in any other MMORPG coming out in the near future that I should talk about. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video, and like always, take it easy.
But you still run away, break hearts, save the day, restart. Be the way so dark, can't you see what's going on? You just lie so long, can't deny you're wrong. Feeling I all gone, I just wanna go alone. I'm just trying to prove that I'm the best. I don't do it for the money, for the cause, or for the chest. I got way too many people trying to put me through the test. I'm just feeling really good about myself without the rest. What you saying, what you saying, what you feeling? Coming back home slowly. What you saying, what you saying, what you feeling? So baby, let me know how I lost control. Save the day, restart. Be the way so dark, can't you see what's going on? You just lie so long, can't deny